I forgot what rune even does. Oh, Jesus. Ooh, okay, you got to admit that was insane. That was really cool. Upgrav. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about upgrav, man. Has to be done. He's actually a legend. And now that I've unlocked everything, nothing can stop me. Wait, what is this? Butterfly? Upgrade. Let's see what butterfly does. Whoa! Oh. Not good. That's a gimme. Why would you do it like this instead of waiting like 1 second, man? You like it was solved. It was solved. I don't even remember what rune does, if I'm being honest with you. We'll figure it out though. Lazy play. Good try. Oh, okay, let me think about this one. Let me think. Now we're back. Thinking you clamp on this. How is this possible? And then, I mean, it should just be elevator straight down. And then, it's not attached. The elevator's not attached, guys. The elevator does not go to the top. Insane. This doesn't seem right. You're gonna make me double clamp it? Okay, Beverly Hillbillies, I see you. Take those. That's what it's like to be 5'11"? I wouldn't know, bro. I wouldn't know because I'm 5'10". Although they keep moving it, something happened on the conversion from metric to imperial. It was like I was 5'10", and then they measured me metric style, and then I took the metric measurement and put it back into imperial, and it said 5'9". I was like, no shot. You know what that is? Second law of thermodynamics. You lose matter every time you transform matter state. You can't, matter is easily destroyed. That's why we gotta preserve it. You get smaller when you grow older? What does that have to do with me? Nice try. Yikes. Let's see. Yep, there it is. I will say, it's funny that people have gotten taller. I've probably gotten a little bit shorter. I gotta not play this and talk at the same time for a second. But like, you won't believe it, but it was easy to be like a little tall, or at least average height, in 2004. Like in all of my classes, even through high school, I was like median height. If they put us shortest to tallest up against the wall, I was always like closer to the tallest end just because I was a boy. But like I was getting up there, you know? There were a couple dudes who were like 6 feet or something like that. Maybe one dude who was like 6'2" or something like that. Nowadays, I'll just be walking around town. There'll be like boys in school uniforms who are like 6'3", and I'm like, you're 6'3" in the 9th grade? What's going on? How does that happen, man? I was your height in the 6th grade? That's crazy. That's insane. It's good for you, but I'm just saying, like, it's a different world, man. GMOs? I will say, I hate the idea that it might be nutrition. But, like, because, like, nutrition was okay when I was a kid. It wasn't like I grew up in the medieval era. But, like, I had never heard a parent be like, hey, guys, I brought probiotic snacks to the picnic. You know what I mean? They were always just showing up with, like, potato chips and maybe some cut fruit if you're lucky or something like that. Nowadays, parents show up with, like, antibiotics to the play date. I forgot what this does. Women choose taller men to procreate with? Buddy, first off, evolution's not real. Secondly, I have a degree in biology. That shit is true, but it doesn't take 36 years to manifest, bro. It takes like hundreds and thousands of years. That's crazy. I ain't even been alive for 1 generation yet. Didn't even have a molecule of water at school either. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. I felt like a bad dad. I dropped my kid off at school this morning, but I forgot her water bottle. I even told her sadly. I was like, you can tell the teacher that daddy forgot your water bottle. I was asking her all sorts of insane questions. I was like, if you forget your water bottle, they still give you like a cup of water, right? She was like, yeah. That's bad. In my defense, I was the person who forgot the water bottle, but it's her fault because I'm carrying 100 things out of the house at get to the car time, and then she's like asking me a million questions at the same time. So like it's 1,000,000,000% her fault, just to be clear. Mogged. Look at that. They refused the snack I gave for my kid at daycare because it wasn't nutritious enough. It was goldfish crackers. That's crazy to me. Like, I have to pretend in some of the circles that we're running in. I gotta pretend, come on, that I only feed my kid like steroids and protein lattes. But at home, I wouldn't say I'm just feeding her whatever. But we're pretty. I wouldn't say laissez-faire on the nutrition, but we're not militant about it. She can have a little bit of sugar for sure. She can have like the good ice cream. There's nothing wrong with this if you're vegan or vegetarian, but she doesn't have to have the plant-based ice cream just because like we assume that plant-based must be better than dairy, even though we don't know what plant it is. Some plants are more harmful. Castor beans, for example. Give me more of the plant-based ice cream. Oh, the plant it was based on was castor beans. Oh, I'm dead. You're not a free thinker. Come on, man. Give me a little support here. We try to let her be a kid a little bit. My daycare be feeding them French toast sticks. Dude, I'm so for that. That's so sick. We used to send our kid to a daycare where all the parents, they didn't tell you like what fruit to buy, which makes sense. They would just be like show up with some fruit. But it led to, oh no, oh yeah, oh no. It led to like an arms race, not an arms race, almost the opposite. Because like you really want to be the person who's bringing bananas. But then I'm going to become the other butterfly, right? You want to be the person who's bringing bananas because bananas are so cheap. So like sometimes you'd show up with like bananas and apples, and then at pickup she'd be like, we already got too many bananas and apples. Maybe you could bring something like mangoes. And you're like, oh, bro. Pound of bananas is like $1.16. Mangoes $2.99 each. $2.99 each, man. Have mercy. Oh, I don't know if anyone said this yet. Either way, I'm taking it. Oh, we got too many apples, bananas, and mangoes. Maybe you could bring Erewhon strawberries? Could you bring the $30 Erewhon strawberry, please? Bring some South Korean cotton candy grapes. This is huge. This is huge. This looks like the dude from Little Nicky with the you-know-what's on his head. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, and then just a wafer thin one of these, and don't get the whole grab bonus. There you go. It's that easy. Why would you go this way, man? Nice try. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do with this, man. That's no good. This is even worse. This is substantially worse. Okay, Crazy Town. Am I crazy to say that the lead singer of Crazy Town might have died? That was amazing. He did die. I thought it might be the case, man. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to harsh the vibe. I don't really know what to do about that. I shouldn't have even brought it up. I was thinking of Funky Town. Who's saying Funky Town? It seems like a why do I want to say the band is called The Lips? Lips Inc. All right. Yeah, if you're getting a tattoo, maybe. He's the GOAT. He's the greatest of being the GOAT. Watch this. Are you kidding me? How does that not hit the apple, bro? Oh. I got an idea. That seems awesome. That seems like the play. All right, that was sick. And then my bad, y'all. Yeah, I feel like Butterfly, every time I just jump off the edge. I feel like Butterfly might be incredible. I feel like it might be the best item to ever do it. That's never gonna work. It worked. Are you mad at me? Dude, it works every time. Are you mad at me, Tech? It works every time. This level ain't nothing but a peanut. I'm not gonna pog when I beat this level. Even if it does have Squid Game music. There's some levels I'll be pogging over. 100%. Fine, I'll die then. I don't know if this was the way, man. Why are you talking like my ex? Librarian, you got divorced? Is this, you're finally finding an opportunity to jettison yourself from the bit, and I'm not gonna let you do it. I'm not gonna let you do it, I'm gonna hold you to it. What happened? Oh my god, no, you guys have been married what? You can have an ex when you're married? I guess that's true. I didn't really think about that. You just talked about your ex 20 minutes ago? I know, I'm obsessed with her. Don't kill me. Okay. I mean, I basically just used butterfly just to get a jump out of that, man. That doesn't seem right. That's way worse. Way worse. NL genuinely believes Scott Pilgrim had relationships, right? Hey, Airshow D, I genuinely don't know what the hell you're talking about. Because you're talking in online-ese. You're not talking like a normal human being. What does that mean? NL genuinely believes Scott Pilgrim had relationships, right? What does it mean? What do they mean by this? Scott Pilgrim's a fictional character. I'm with you. He was dating Knives Chow, and then he was dating Ramona Flowers. She had 7 evil exes. It was meant to be about having to destroy your exes before you can settle. I think you got to take that one back to the writer's room, my man. What am I going to do here? I'm going to jump. I'm going to nail it. Not much, bro. What's up, Grav, with you? Okay, I'm going to lose. I have no hope. Those were Ramona's exes. Wait, yeah, that's a good point. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. He only had the one ex, though. Oh, that would have done it, too. Oh, that's right. I forgot about Allison Pill. My bad, y'all. From Segs Bob-Bomb. So I was trying to make the bit as annoying as possible. Oh, man. I think it's I haven't seen Scott Pilgrim since I was like 22, and I think I'll keep it that way. I don't think, because I really liked it when I saw it. I don't think there's anything, I don't think there's any hope that I would watch it at 36 and think that it was better than I thought it was at 24 or 22, whatever. I think it's a perfect time to have seen it and then get out. I don't pay much attention to the opinions of Twitch chatters. You know, I was thinking of that. I said that in Justin's chat. Because he wasn't crashing out. He was complaining about something that streamers often complain about, which is when people who don't know anything about you, like, tell you what your life is like. But he was talking about how annoying it is to deal with people online. And I was like, it's true. But at the same time, it takes like 100 people being mean to you online to be equal to one person honking their horn at you in real life. Like, when somebody honks their horn at me, especially if I actually am doing something wrong or something I wasn't really paying as much attention as I should, it bothers me for like an hour, which is so embarrassing. So if you ever see me in real life, just honk your horn at me if you really want to get under my skin. I'll be like, because I'll tell you something that happened. This is for real. I was walking with my daughter this weekend. She was on her scooter. I have her scooter on the sidewalk. She's 4. She's 4 years old, okay? I don't want her scootering on the road. It's a recipe for disaster. So, she's on the sidewalk. I'm beside her, behind her, like I'm keeping a roving watch on the sidewalk, right? An older lady gets out of the way. She's got 2 dogs. She gets out of the way of the sidewalk. I'm basically in a full sprint trying to keep up with my daughter. She gets out of the way. As I pass, she goes, "You're welcome." Isn't society so bad? I did a nice thing by getting out of the way for a 4-year-old, and nobody gave me any credit for it. And I was like, oh, thank you. But then, because that was just reflex, then I looked back, like we were like 3 or 4 sidewalk tiles passed at that point, but I looked back and I was about to be like, hey, what did you say? I was gonna, like, and I don't ever do that, but I got mad. I got, like, mad because I was like, she's 4, you idiot. What do you mean you're welcome? But anyway, I said, no, it's not worth it. I'm gonna get over it. And we turned the corner and she was still scootering. And another woman, almost exactly the same age, went, hey, you're awesome. I love your helmet. I love your sunglasses. I love your outfit. I love your scooter. And we went, oh my God, thank you. And then I went, what the fuck is happening? It's like being in Grand Theft Auto, man. I'm getting hit with like NPC dialogue just being outside. I'm part of like a social experiment or something, man. Faith in humanity restored? A little bit, yeah. A little bit. I mean, just think if you're the kind of person who... I think Daniel genuinely embodies this. I aspire to genuinely embody it, but it doesn't come naturally to me. I think if that happened to Dan, he would be upset, but he would also be like, you know, imagine what that person's life is like. I have sympathy for them. They must be, like, miserable. And he has sympathy and is like, I can't be upset about it because their life must suck. I hear that her life must be miserable, and I'm like, should be even worse. You get what you deserve. Maybe your life sucks because you're a bad person, and the universe is balancing that out. Maybe you're not a bad person because the conditions of your life are bad. Maybe the conditions of your life are bad because you're evil. And I think that mine is more fun, and Dan's is more positive. But I think that for both of us, it's just who we are. I think it's just, I wish, I would love to, anytime someone says something insanely rude to me, I would love to be like, oh, I feel so bad for them that something in their life has led them to think that that's the way they should get attention. But actually, I'm like, it should be worse. Your life should be even worse. Oh. That's my natural inclination, at least. It's gonna work. I do imagine their car exploding. Yeah. And I think that's fine, because I'm not saying I want their car to explode. I'm saying I'm imagining your car exploding. I'm dead. It doesn't make it any more likely for their car to explode. I don't know, this might be interesting. One way to think about that. What about baseball, Karen? Kate had to tell me about baseball, Karen. I don't know if this is going to be a popular take, because I already got lambasted for my take on the Coldplay couple. She did, from what Kate told me, she did the wrong thing. She ripped a baseball out of the hands of a little kid, right? That's bad. Depending on your job, I don't think you should be able to be fired for it. That doesn't seem like the sort of thing where you should lose your job over. She did something wrong. She seems like a bad person, but like, she wasn't fired. All right, I'm spreading misinformation on the internet. Kate told me she was fired, or maybe she's a precog. You ever think about that? Bet not. Maybe she's a precog and she got the scoop. It's terrorizing a child in a public space. All right, but listen, in the real world, it's just sort of like another day at the ballpark. Let's not be dramatic. Represents the company, though. Okay, now do the person on Twitter who said, I just got an internship at NASA, F yeah. And then the dude said, mind your language. And then they said, F you, I'm working at NASA. And they said, well, I'm the director of employment at NASA. I'm the director of rocket ships at NASA, actually. How about that? She's representing NASA, but then, like, you know, they said the F word or whatever. He didn't get her fired, but if he had... If he had... if he did it. Whoops. They still got the job. -2 internships aren't jobs. Now give me a coffee. From space. This is gonna work, man. That's actually ideal. I think that's the play, bro. Do streamers have interns? Ones who want to be like Steve Jobs, maybe. They're still making people who want to be Steve Jobs. It's kind of surprising to me. The more we learn about Steve Jobs. Final level. Final level. Great play. Thank you. I'm honestly, I'm one of the goats of this. One of the best to ever do it. Okay. That's a gimme. This is honestly a gimme. You just do an instant bounce on it. I've never used a rune, and I don't think I'm going to be changing that anytime soon. You could elevate me later. Tell you what, Stephen Malcolmus, how about you elevate me right the frick now? I don't care if you are from a high-protein land. We all are. Welcome to the party, pal. Then you do something like this. Probably one of the easiest levels I've ever seen, to be honest with you. I'm liking this Blendo Games Claire de Lune section. I'm going for it, man. I'm going for it. I would do this for 5 hours. Not even knowing there's anything at the end of the rainbow. Wouldn't bother me in the slightest. It's a given. Ouch. Desert bus stream when? Honestly, this is a crazy take after what I just said. I watched Ghibli play it. It looks really boring, which is the point, but... New graph. New graph. Okay, easiest level of my life. This one we're going no deaths, okay? I just realized there's a death counter and it's already at 6. The heck is boot, man? Boot? Does it do anything? Interesting. Very interesting. I think I need... Watch this. We're gonna pop up the bamboo, then rush it. Touch that. Get a running start. Seesaw. Seesaw. Easiest day of my life. Chips Ahoy socks. Who eats these? They look like they're made of kitty litter. I kind of like the rainbow sprinkle ones. Next question. That's funny, man. I need a little negative velocity. Thank you. I need a little positive velocity. Bubble. It's not a death counter, it's points. They have those cookies in the supermarket in Canada that are like pure sugar. Oh, they do. They do. You're talking about the ones that are just like, they're bone white with like icing and maybe some sprinkles on them. I kind of like them, to be honest with you. Wonder what happens if you... What happens if you do that? Well, honestly, not to be annoying and a hypocrite, but I try not to buy grocery store snacks just because the snacks from bakeries are so much better. And if I'm gonna eat something that's bad for me, I'd rather eat like the best version of it and also maybe eat it a little less often. Hold. You got abs? Listen, you're not... You can't ask... It's illegal for you to ask me that. I'll show you my blood work. Or I don't know. I'll post watts per kilogram. I don't mind posting watts per kilogram. That doesn't bother me. Bubble me? Good idea. Really good idea, man. And I know... Here's the thing. By the way, this is a great time to point out, I'm just one fella. Wow, that was smart. I'm just one fella, okay? So I'm just saying my opinion. People will say, it's stupid to buy, like, a croissant from the grocery store. When you could, I mean, sorry, let me rephrase. You could buy one croissant from a bakery for, like, $4.99. You can get a half dozen croissants from the grocery store for, like, $4.99. Or you can get like 12 croissants from Costco for like $6.99. But actually, the bakery is the right decision because your $4.99 croissant from the bakery stacked up against 12 croissants from Costco is minus 3,200 calories. You're not thinking about it. You're not thinking about it right. You're getting a croissant, which is tasty, and you're saving 2,400 calories, bro. That's a huge bargain. For $4.99, that's a crazy bargain. You would be silly not to take that bargain. You buy in bulk and then you share? Are you Dutch? You're acting like I'll buy the Costco croissants and then I'll just ask everybody who comes over to my house for $1.99 per croissant on Venmo. You ever think about that? That was Sweden? Sweden doesn't let kids eat food if they're over at their friend's house. We covered that one. Okay, this is a given. That's what I'm talking about. Now fall. Huge. What a shot. Now I just got to figure out what the heck I'm going to do with this bubble, man. You know what? I mean, we've beaten the level. Let's figure out what bubbles do. Oh. Okay, I'm stupid. I didn't save anything to get up there. Go ahead, shoot me. I thought when it exploded, it might give me a little boost. Are there high protein croissants yet? I have to tell you, if you're like trying to top tick the protein trend, I honestly think you're too late. I think you're too late. Again, just one man's opinion. I think we're... What a shot. I think we're at, or perhaps even a little bit past peak protein. That doesn't mean, you know, next week there's going to be no protein stuff. But I think as soon as Tim Hortons gets in on a food trend, I think it's over. Or it's on the way out. Let's put it that way. And you might say, what's going to be next? And the answer, I don't know. I don't know what's going to be next. And I didn't know what was going to be last. We are due for a carbessance for sure. And that'd be huge for a fellow like me who enjoys eating carbohydrates. That strawberry might fall down and serve as a useful platform, man. Okay, bubble, best item in the game, confirmed. There's only 3 macronutrients. Yeah, I know. So, I mean... I don't know, but I don't know what's going to be next. Excuse me? He's the greatest to ever do it? And then just bubble me, bro. Ha 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 ha. Good one. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, no. FMK, carbs, fat, protein. Man, they're all good. Let's start with the obvious. They're all good. For all my negativity associated with the overglazing of protein, protein's in the... I'm effing protein. I'm marrying carbs and I'm killing fat. I love a lot of foods that are fat rich. Someone on my Discord said peanut butter is gross this morning. I almost timed them out. But that being said, like, I mean, they made me choose. They made me choose. That would have been sick if it worked. I missed it, y'all. High protein beer. I'm so sorry to tell you, they already have it. We already came up with this idea and then found out that it already exists and, as expected, sucks really bad. I got an idea. Cocoon me. That's not where I wanted it to be. Well, this is a complete disaster. Good one. You know what though? Bubble carries here. Bubble carries. Wow! Wait a second. Bye. Bonk. Weed been a scourge on polite society, must be reduced to ashes. I disagree. I disagree, man. I don't think it's been a problem. I don't think it's been a problem at all. Okay, here. Yes. Oh, okay, let me mute. It's our first day that our kid has been in school full time since the second week of June. So all the things from the whole summer that we had stacked up that we had to do but could not find time to do landed today. That's why there's moving parts. So all these conversations I've been having with people in the house, man. It's hard for me. It's because then I gotta go up sometimes and they're like, "How you doing?" And I'm like, "You heard my innermost thoughts." Before you even saw my face, you've heard my innermost thoughts, but that's every day for a beast like me. Well, that's no good. Why is my horse girl running so slow? Couldn't be me. I had a godlike grass wonder run today. Couldn't be me. Sucks for you though, or whatever. I'll do what my Discord does to me. Dude, you don't dude, power doesn't matter. Power doesn't matter at all. Literally the only thing that matters is stam, and your stam has to get over the threshold and then get the highest stats you possibly can in speed. You got to get stam over 900, 2 gold stamina skills, and then also as high a speed as possible. Then I'm like, why am I losing the Ura finals? And they're like, well, you're getting power checked. You have to have a... Dude, you only have 437 power? You have to have at least 600 power if you want to win the Ura finals. Are you crazy? You liars. You disingenuous so-and-sos. That's never going to work. I can't get 2 stam skills. I don't have a super creek. That's rough. Well, you gotta... Maybe you get breath of fresh air from the director now and then at certain potential levels, your horses will just have the built-in hints for a stam skill, maybe. But that's rough, man. That's rough. Oh hell no, not Bofa. I mean, bro, but Bofa sucks. Wait until you're trying to choose between, like, Stamina Despair and Iron Will, bro. For free-to-play Andys such as myself, sometimes Bofa's all you got, man. He might be the GOAT. Still don't really know what's up with Boot, huh? My bad, y'all. I don't know why you spawned a whole bit in my head when you said, damn, Persephone really had that shit on. I was thinking of Titian's Bacchus and Ariadne, and I was like, if you look at the picture, or the painting, I should say, Ariadne is not even like... Bacchus would have been flying the fuck out of his chariot if you saw some of the baddies on Instagram these days. Am I right? Like, she's alright. I don't know what the hell was going on in, like, ancient Greece or whatever, but Bacchus, man. Bacchus would have been losing it. You know what I'm talking about? 156, we're chilling. What does the 46 at the top mean? That's how many DCs I got. Oops. You can't jump off those, y'all. I'm becoming annoyingly, like, anti-social media. And I'm not making the anti-social media joke, but... This is the same as, like, within 10 minutes of when I had those 2 interactions with my daughter on the scooter. We were having I was having a coffee at the coffee shop with my daughter having a croissant across the table from me. There was a dog outside of the coffee shop that was tied up, and a lady went into the coffee shop, and then she came out, and she, like, took a photo of the dog and smiled, and then looked at the photo to make sure the photo was good, and then, like, walked away. And in my head, I was like, "You, who are you showing that shit to? Don't take photos! Don't take photos anymore!" Like, I'm becoming insane. Who cares? Yeah, who cares about... That's what you're saying, right? Who cares about the photo of the dog, man? Get her. Huge. Actually huge. Was it a cool dog? He was alright. We go again? Like, that's easily makeable. This is the hard... Like, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do, man. I want to use the blueberry to jump across. You know, you could do it by... I don't want to do it like that. I want to use the blueberry to jump across, man. Oh, you know what? You raise a good point. Getting that one first would kind of hit the spot. And then Zidane. Zinedine Zidane. Coders / porn game drama turned wholesome on the Reddit. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking about that tweet that's like Bob Dylan's best songs are about stuff like this. I have no idea what you're talking about, man. Which subreddit? Mine? The coders and the porn gamers were beefing on my subreddit for what? Yeah? Oh, why? They made a guess the porn game dull, and then someone accused them of copying another one, but then they made up and they're happy now. Oh, okay. That's fine. I mean, honestly, that's better than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a situation where people were like, he's got to stop reading Gooner game reviews because, like, it's sex negative or something like that. I'm hyper attuned to expect that that's going to be the situation all the time because I've been on the internet for a while. Don't use that one against me. I just inoculated myself against it. Huge. And then enormous. Okay, so that's exactly what we're looking for right off the bat here. I didn't say she was the devil for taking a picture. I just said I told her to F off in my head. And then I follower checked her. And then I follower checked the dog. I think I could have just jumped, man. Whoops. I think, you know what, other things I'm bullish on for society? I think the group chat, I know the group chat has never really left, but I think the group chat is going to become the dominant form of group socialization online. Or like keeping up with your friends online. Now, I'm a millennial, which means I'm a boomer. But it always weirds me out when I talk about like social media and people are like, I keep up with my friends on Instagram. And I'm like, really? It's like saying you like meet your friends at the store. Like I go to the store to hang out with my friends. I guess that actually is a thing that happens all the time now that I think about it. But that's just ads, man. You're going to the commercials to hang out with your friends. You shouldn't be keeping up with your friends on Insta or Facebook anymore. You should get their phone number and then send them a text like once every 8 months. I don't know what I thought was going to happen, man. The text is just NFL trade news. Well, you're kind of, I don't even watch basketball, but you're kind of talking about me. So there's a dad at the school that I'm friends with, and last thing I texted him was in June. So how we feeling about that? He's a Rockets fan. How we feeling about that KD trade? And then he said, feeling great. KD's a stud, and we didn't give up much young talent. And then I long pressed on the message. This is the same thing every time. I long pressed on the message and hit the thumbs up button and then have not sent another message since. But we have talked in person, I don't know, like 5 times since then. Buddy, you're not doing anything over here. What do you think is going to happen over here? Something could have happened over there. Young people speaking their minds. The boot is really useful for me to poop on. Here's what I'm thinking, man. Here's the type of stuff that I'm on. How's that for usefulness? What? Alcohol be like, take me to the liver? That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. Is it your liver that has the coolest sounding element of your body? Isn't there something? It's either your liver or your kidneys that have the Isles of Lagerhans. Like, what the hell are they doing with that, man? That's actually incredible. That's your pancreas. Holy cow. I don't know anything, man. Bro, go up. Oh. Good one. Watch this. Oh. Actually, I think this might be awesome. You just got to start thinking upside down. That was kind of sick, right? That was kind of sick. All right, it's 2:05. I gotta get out of here, man. Is Kate still alive? She should be, right? Yes, okay. Good stream today. I'll be back tomorrow.